Hello, bright, beautiful, beloved soul friends. Thank you so much for joining me for this Conversations with Kristin. I have something special for you guys today. It is a beautiful, transcendent, healing journey saga of a beautiful soul who began her journey in a place of fear and trepidation and anxiety and trauma. And she struggled to eat, and she struggled to sleep, and she struggled to connect with those around her. And now, through years of experiences of tangible love, she is free and playful and creative and inspired. And she roams the land exploring for new spaces of fun and enjoyment. And she readily connects with those around her. I'm talking about my beloved cat, Rose. A couple of years ago, Rose was in a state of severe trauma. She struggled to eat. She was very thin. She jumped at any kind of sight or sound. If anything happened in any way, she was just booking it. That fight-flight response kicking in, her sympathetic nervous system severely dysregulating, and she was just in a state of survival mode and trauma and anxiety all of the time. She couldn't connect with other cats. Other cats just terrified her, absolutely terrified her. And she had no ability to stand up for herself. She couldn't hold her ground. It was always that flight response for Rose. And so any sight, any sound, here she is now. She's right here. This is the beloved Rose that I'm speaking of. And so any sight or sound would just have her get going, and she would run and she would book it. And she didn't feel safe enough to eat. Even if there was food there, she would kind of look at it from a distance and be afraid to approach it. Her approach avoidance tendencies stemming from a space of trauma survival responses. And so she was terrified all the time. She couldn't eat. She couldn't sleep. She was very thin. She had no sense of enjoyment. There was never a moment of playfulness in her. There was never a moment of lighthearted presence. There was never a moment of peace. You could tell just by looking at her that she was always on edge. Everything made her jump. Everything made her startle. She was always running away, always running away, always running away. She'd slowly come back, and the next sound would come, and she would run away. She couldn't connect with cats. She couldn't eat. She couldn't sleep. And over the past couple of years, Rose has gradually experienced tangible vibrations of love. And part of that is through my own loving presence and connecting with her. And Pookie Bear, my beloved, sacred, divine, angelic warrior, has helped immensely by providing tangible vibrations of love, because his unconscious mind holds vibration of love because of all the love I've poured into him. And so vibrations of love travel. They are contagious. We are creatures with mirror neurons, and we are able to our neurobiological applications of consciousness are capable of mirroring one another. And so this is why, as a person, if you see someone take a drink, you might feel thirsty. Or if you see someone yawn, then you might yawn. There's literally mirror neurons inside of our brain that cause our neurobiology, our actual energetic flow of neurobiology information in our brain, to click into a state that mimics it. When we see someone drink, our body thinks we're drinking. And that's why we might feel thirsty. Mirror neurons. And so just in general, social creatures are creatures who mimic one another. And so if we're vibrating at a frequency of love, then other people are actually going to mimic that. And that energy goes into our animals. And so if you have an animal that's constantly on edge or constantly experiencing nervous system dysregulation, and you've raised them from when they were young, or they have been around you a long time, they could be mimicking your nervous system dysregulation. And this can actually be a really helpful clue to know when you're feeling dysregulated. And so if Pookie Bear, for example, might start suddenly running around my room and just booking it and running into walls and running in circles, that could be a sign that my nervous system is dysregulated. And his energy is reflecting that. And likewise, when he's super chillin' and he's super calm and he's super relaxed, that could be a clue that my nervous system is regulated. So animals can actually be helpful in bringing awareness to what we're experiencing beyond our awareness, because energy is something that travels within us and outside of us. Everything is energy. And so that's why we can like feel each other's energy. And so if you're around someone who's super on edge, you might start feeling on edge. It's because the energy of their neurobiological applications of consciousness is seeping into the atmosphere and being absorbed by your neurobiological applications of consciousness. Thankfully, though, we always have power in our beings. Even if we're around people who are dysregulated, we always have power. We always have infinite power through our observational awareness to reach inside of our own beings and help bring grounded regulation to our own inner realms of personal experience through our neurobiological applications of consciousness. So Rose has gradually encountered vibrations of love along her personal healing journey. And her journey has been very gradual. There was never a big moment of, oh my gosh, she's so healed. That's not what happens on the healing journey. That's not how it goes. It's all very gradual. It's all very, 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 very gradual. But now, here she is, a little over 2 years later, and she is a completely different creature. Her entire personality has shifted towards higher vibrations of love. The entire way that her unconscious mind operates to interpret stimulus into personal life experience within her own miraculous cat self has been evolutionarily transformed through the great expanse of love. Vibrations of love from me, from Pookie Bear, from certain experiences that we have shared, have extended energy, planted energetic seeds to help her feel safe, to help her feel seen, to help her feel accepted, to help her feel connected, thus meeting the attachment needs of her 4 attachment systems, according to my own diagrams of consciousness. And so beloved Rose now is a completely different creature. She has more personality than all the cats combined. She runs around playfully. She'll dart up this terrace. She'll literally run straight up it. None of the other cats do it. There's like 10 other cats here. None of the other cats do this. She runs straight up it and climbs on top of this terrace and just like frolics amongst the leaves and the flowers. None of the other cats do that. None of the other cats have that inspired freedom in their beings. None of the other cats have that sense of ambitious creativity. None of the other cats think outside the box like Rose does. And Rose started in a state of complete trauma. Complete traumatic stress. And now she plays and she feels safe enough to explore. She feels safe enough to explore the environment she lives in. She feels safe enough to eat food, not just eat it, but ask for it. Before, she would never ask for food. She would be terrified to take food from me. She would be terrified to eat from a bowl that I had poured food into. And now she comes up to me and she looks at me and she's like, hello, where's my food? I expect you to take care of me because I know I'm worthy and I'm connected with the love that I am and I'm connected with the love that you are. So where is my food? She won't just, dogs, hello, I'm trying to speak here. She won't just eat her food. She'll ask for it because she feels safe and connected and worthy and accepted enough to feel that she has the opportunity to take care of herself. And she'll snack on it. She'll eat a whole big thing. She's a small cat and she'll eat a whole big thing. She feels safe enough to eat. She feels safe and connected enough to ask for food. She feels worthy and accepted so that she feels like she has the right to a space. She feels like she has the right to exist in the space that she's in. She feels like she has a right to thrive. She feels like she has a right to have her needs taken care of because her attachment systems are healed. She feels safe and connected and free and joyful enough to explore the environment around her and creatively find new corners of experience within a space that she's been for a while, but she never had the chance to experience it in this freedomous way. Dear beloved Rose, she feels like she has a right to thrive. She feels like she has a right to enjoy her life. She feels unconditionally worthy exactly as she is. She doesn't feel like she needs to prove anything. She gets to just be herself and have that always be enough because her attachment systems are healed. And Miss Rose connects with other cats so wonderfully now. If someone tries to intimidate her or come at her and just be like, my space, she'll stand up for herself. She doesn't need to fight them, and she doesn't need to run, but she firmly stands her ground, and she's like, nope. You ain't messing on my turf, babe. Ain't messing on my turf. She stands her own ground, and she knows how to connect in love. She'll go up to Pookie Bear and be affectionate and rub up against him. And if Pookie Bear is being a little punk, then she'll swat at him and be like, no, don't do that. And so she's got this ability to connect in love and compassion and gentle tenderness, and to respectfully have her own personal boundaries and stand her ground. And both of those abilities come from the well-being of attachment systems. So she eats, she thrives, she dances, she plays, she sings. She frolics, she explores, she connects. She even comes inside of my room. And that took a while. That took a while to trust going inside of a space that's enclosed, that a person lives in, that she doesn't have the chance to run if she wants to. But now she feels safe enough, connected enough, worthy, joyful, free, accepted, recognized. She feels that it's safe to have a sense of vulnerability in this world and to just be herself. And all of that comes from the healing of attachment systems. And we are the same way. We are the same way. Our attachment systems help us to be connected with ourselves so that we can feel safe to connect with others. If we're only connecting with others and not ourselves, or if we're connecting with ourselves and we don't feel safe to connect with others, there's pain in our attachment systems. If we don't feel safe or secure, and so we feel anxious or on edge, or maybe fearful, maybe even a little bit paranoid, all of that is coming from data held within attachment systems that just wants to be healed through love. Attachment systems are being rewired in every moment of every day as our brain and our bodies undergo constant reconstruction. How we love ourselves today determines the well-being of our attachments in the future. How we speak to ourselves today determines how our brain speaks to us in the future. Every moment of every day is rewiring our brain. Experience rewires our neurobiological applications of consciousness in every moment of every day. And so now you have the power, you have a transcendent opportunity to rise into greater realms of vibrational love so that your neurobiological applications of consciousness can transform from the inside out and liberate your self-essence and the vehicle in which you experience life through into a greater depth of being and new heights of experience. There's always space to evolve into greater realms of love. There is always an opportunity to improve our quality of life by improving the vibration of our unconscious mind through self-love. When we heal our attachment systems, we reconnect our mind and our body and our spirit in a very profound, powerful, transcendent way. We increase the regulation of our unconscious body, including hormones, neurotransmitters, our nervous system, all of our nervous systems, our brainwave regulation, all of these different aspects of unconscious regulation we improve. It heals, it grows, it expands. How are there so many little teeny tiny bugs everywhere? Where did you come from? Where did you come from? Connect our mind, body, and spirit. Regulate our unconscious states in powerful ways. We transform the data within our unconscious mind. And so the way that our neurobiology has picked up information through personal experience and transformed that into a sense of identity, and the way that stimulus becomes processed into personal life experience, all of that data undergoes rewiring, reconstruction. We reclaim authority within our identity because we reclaim power over where our attachments are hooked, etc., 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 etc. And everything about who we are and how we experience ourselves in life transforms from the inside out when we heal our attachment systems. And you can explore more information about attachment systems. I have a few other videos you can check out, and then I also have some free gifts for you guys. I've created several little booklets and some downloadable wall hangings that can really powerfully amplify your everyday healing journey through life. So please feel free to grab those at kristinwindsor.com/gifts. And that link is here in the video description below. Free gifts from my heart to yours, because I want you to succeed. You have infinite power already. I just want you to know how to use it so that your life can improve in some powerful ways. And the quality of your personal experience can be liberated into greater expanses of perceiving and being and enjoying and expressing and thriving and relaxing and feeling free and worthy and enough and connected and all of it. Because you deserve that. You're already worthy, and you do have the power. Your time is now. Your time to shine is now. The power is not in a separate moment from now, and the power is not outside of you. The power is inside of you, right here, right meow. Right here, right meow, soul friends. So please feel free to grab some free gifts. There's quite a collection, actually. Some ones that help focus on attachment systems within the freebie gifts I have for you are Loving Liberation and Growing Brand New Subconscious Timelines. Those ones are especially powerful for healing attachment systems. So please feel free to snag those puppies of magic. kristinwindsor.com/gifts. Thank you so much for joining me for this Conversations with Kristin. I just want to celebrate Rose for expanding into greater depths of her own miraculous feline being. And if you guys have a success story, if you have personally experienced healing transformation within your attachment systems, where your life experience from inside of you is actually improving because of the way that you're loving yourself. If you've experienced anything like that, I would love to hear about it. Please feel free to comment below in the video description and/or email me. And then what you email me, I'll read and I'll share in my upcoming videos. And then we can start a Hope Chronicles together. Rose is the first story in the Hope Chronicles, and we'll just kind of keep it going. So if you have a success story about how loving yourself has improved your quality of life, or helped heal any kind of pain in your mind or your body, or helped improve any aspect of the way you personally encounter your sense of identity or your personal life experience, I'd love to hear about it. Let's help ignite a hope revolution all across the globe. A lot of people are struggling, but a lot of people are also healing. And it's important that we come together and share the hope that we have come to know. It's important. So if you have any kind of success story about how self-love has improved your quality of life or healed any part of yourself or your experience, you can comment below, and then other people can read your comment and be inspired and encouraged and uplifted. And or you can email me, and you can let me know if you want to remain anonymous or if you want me to share your name, and I'll read what you email me in my upcoming videos so we can share the hope revolution together. Be a part of the Hope Chronicles by commenting below and or emailing me at artistryofexistence@gmail.com, and I'll leave that email address in the video description below as well. And if you know of anybody also who has a story, or if you have a beloved pet who you've noticed transformation in, due to the great expanse of love you've poured into them. Maybe it was a dog who had come from a shelter and was just in a great state of trauma, was malnourished and underweight, and now he's thriving and he's healthy and he's happy and he's playing fetch or something. Whether it's a story of a person or an animal, I just want to share more good news with the world. So please feel free to comment below or email me any kind of hope story about healing through love, and I will gladly share that. Can spread the hope revolution together through this brand new Hope Chronicles, with Rose being the first story. Okay, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. And if you would ever like to get together through a consciousness consulting call and connect one-on-one to dive deeper into your personal healing journey, as you explore how to transform life experience from the inside out by rewiring your neurobiological applications of consciousness, or transforming data inside of your body's cells so that your self-essence can have a different energetic experience of self and life, I would be honored to serve as a healing journey guide for you. You can find out more about who I am and what I do, or book a session at KristinWindsor.com. And if you're looking for other healing journey resources, I also have a series of self-guided healing journey programs. And so you can use these at home in your own time, in your own way, for months and years, and continue the transformation at your own pace, in your own way, through a grounded space of great love and tender guidance and neuroscientific backing to help you really dive deep into rewiring the programming that's stuck in your cells that's affecting the way you encounter yourself in your life. You can explore more about that as well at KristinWindsor.com. Thank you so much for being here, beloved soul friends. It is a blessed honor to connect with you in this way. I am sending you the highest love and the deepest light. I'm sending you so much love, beloveds. Sending you so much love. Thank you for being here, and thank you for being you. I hope you have a beautiful, blessed, glory-filled day, and I will see you next time, soul friends.